Advanced Algebra through Data Exploration, Mastery Quiz number 10. There are 4 things we need to do. The first problem is put the following equation into standard form. Remember, standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Again, when you put it in standard form, I highly recommend that you use the box. Okay, make a 2 by 2 box. Again, you don't have to. We're still using foil when we use the box. It's just we are organizing it a little better, so hopefully we won't make any silly mistakes while we're doing the problem. So I'm going to take the 4x plus 3. I'm going to write that on the side. The 5x minus 2 on top. Okay, fill in each box by multiplying. So 4x times 5x gives us 20x squared. 4x times the minus 2 gives us negative 8x. 3 times 5 gives us 15x. And 3 times the minus 2 gives us a negative 6. All right, now the 20x squared does not have a partner. Okay, there's nothing to add to it or subtract from it, so y equals 20x squared. Now, the 15 and the minus 8x, we can combine them. When we combine them, that becomes a plus 7x. And then the minus 6 in the back because it does not have a partner. Okay, it is now in standard form. Y equals 20x squared plus 7x minus 6. Okay, the bottom, we're going to go backwards. We're going to take this and we're going to factor it. Okay? So the lead coefficient is 1, so we do not need to use the box for this one. I'm hoping you can factor this one without the box. Again, the lead coefficient is 1, so what we need to do is we need to figure out factors of negative 54 that are going to add up to 3. Okay, again, you need to know your factors. If you struggle with factors, take your calculator. Go to your y equals, type in the minus or the negative 54, divide it by x, go to your table and look for factors that are going to add up, again, to a positive 3. Okay, so let's see. I've got negative 3 and 18. No, that's not going to work. Again, I need them to add up to a positive 3. So I think I'm going to go this, oh, there it is, right here. Negative 6 and 9. Negative 6 plus 9 is 3, and negative 6 times 9 is negative 54. So negative 6 and 9. So negative 6 and 9. So my factors are x minus 6 and x plus 9 equals the 0. Now, we're not done because it also says, and find the solutions. Now, remember, the solutions are the same as the x-intercepts, which are also known as roots. Okay? And remember, those are the opposite of the factors. So the solutions are x equals 6 and x equals negative 9. Those are the 2 solutions to this quadratic equation. All right, the next one, you have to be able to write the quadratic formula from memory. Okay, so x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Again, you have to have that memorized. You have to be able to write that down. Okay, you already know that that's going to be one of your answers. Now, you have to be able to use that quadratic formula correctly to figure out the solutions to this next problem. All right? Now, remember, in order to use the quadratic formula, the ax squared plus bx plus c must equal 0. Okay, well, this problem does. It equals 0, so we don't have to rearrange the problem at all. So now identify your a, b, and c. So your a is 12, your b is 17, and your c is negative 5. Let's plug these in. So here we go. x equals negative. Use parentheses every time you replace one of the letters with a number. So replace the b with 17. Plus or minus the square root of. Again, replace the b, parentheses, 17 squared, minus 4 times 12 times negative 5. All over 2 times 12. Now, as I mentioned in class, do not try to do too much at once. Okay? So we just want, for now, we're going to simplify what we can without the calculator. So that becomes negative 17 plus or minus the square root. Okay, I'm not going to fill that in yet. And then 2 times 12 is 24. Now, let's figure out what is inside the square root. So take your calculator, go back to your home screen, and just type in the 17 squared minus 4 times 12 times negative 5. All right, here we go. So, parentheses, 17 squared minus 4 times 12. Close it, times negative 5. Close it, enter. Okay, 529. 529. So this becomes 529. Now, let's take the square root of 529 and see what we get. So the square root, whoops, and that's not the square root. One more time. The square root of 529. Oh, 529 is a perfect square, so we get the number 23. Now, if you end up with a decimal, just use the decimal. All right, so let's go back and rewrite this. X equals negative 17 plus or minus 23 divided by 24. All right, I'm going to simplify a little bit further. So I'm going to write 2x equals. I'm going to go x equals the negative 17 plus the 23 divided by 24. And I'm going to write x equals negative 17 minus the 23 divided by 24. All right, remember to use parentheses around the top. If you're going to type the whole problem in on your calculator at once, please put parentheses around the top or you'll get a wrong answer. All right, so let's type this in. So we've got parentheses, negative 17 plus 23 divided by 24. Okay, 0.25. I would prefer to have a fraction answer. Okay, if you put 0.25, that's fine, but I would really like you to use your calculator and convert it back to a fraction. So 1/4 is one of our answers. Okay, so 0.25, which becomes 1/4. So that is one of our solutions. Okay, now I'm going to type in the other one, negative 17 minus 23 divided by 24. Okay, well, we get a decimal again. Let's change that to a fraction. So negative 5/3. So negative 1.66 repeating ends up being negative 5/3. So the two solutions to this problem is 1/4 and negative 5/3. Now remember, means the same thing as when we factor it. That's where it crosses the x-axis, okay? Also known as the roots. But the nice thing about the quadratic formula is it will work with all quadratic equations. Factoring does not always work the best. All right, that is Mastery Quiz number 10. Good luck.